leveling up crafted weapons in D2 sucks. I know it, you know it, and your mother knows it. Today we're going to go over 3 things to help make it suck less. Those 3 things: a weapon leveling glitch, a supposed quote new best weapon leveling method, which we'll see about that, and my best ever why would you use anything else weapon leveling loadout, which I'll have a link to thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Mobalytics. More on them later, but yeah, you can copy the build detail for detail. Alright, first up, the weapon leveling glitch. There's a weird thing going on in D2 right now where if you have the Winterbite Exotic Glaive, you can run around meleeing the bejesus out of everybody, and for some reason that will give crafted weapon XP to your equipped energy weapon. Keyword there being energy. I tried it out and for whatever reason, yeah, it doesn't seem to give progress to kinetic weapons, just whatever you have in the energy slot. At first, that kind of seems like, who the F cares? But remember that some weapons are so annoying to level up that I would rather run backwards through a cornfield naked. Sniper rifles, for example, are notoriously awful to power level, so if you got an energy one you've been putting off leveling up, Winterbite got your back. Okay, next thing, the supposed, quote, new best weapon leveling method that apparently is better than Shuro Chi I've been hearing so much about. First saw it on YouTube, shout out to Maven Phoenix, who was the first person I saw to cover it. Apparently, if you have Lightfall, you can load up the BREAKNECK Campaign Mission on normal difficulty and quickly go through that until you reach this point where you have to break down a door and have an opportunity to drop a free rally flag. A bunch of Vex spawn in really tightly together, and now would be the point where you mow through them with whatever crafted weapon you're trying to level up. Quick note on that, by the way, if you want to try it yourself, when you get to the very end when the big bad wyvern shows up, go ahead and blow yourself up without killing the wyvern, trust me. Killing it makes the mission progress, and now you have to go back to orbit and reload the mission to get back into that checkpoint if you wanted to. But if you blow yourself up without killing the wyvern first, you spawn back at the pre-broken door, much quicker to farm it that way. I took my go-to weapon power level loadout and did a bunch of speed testing to see which method was more efficient, Breakneck or Shuro Chi. To channel my inner BuzzFeed, the answer may surprise you. On average, a quick run of Breakneck took me about 1 minute flat and granted my weapon between 25-ish to 30% weapon progress. On the other hand, my average Shuro Chi runs clocked in at around 70-ish seconds and gave about 48 to 52% weapon progress. TLDR, Shuro Chi was slightly longer, but definitely more efficient because each run of Shuro Chi has more possible bad guys to shoot, depending on if you leave the taken captain alive or not. One thing I definitely will give to the Breakneck mission though, it's a lot cheaper. As we all know, Shuro Chi requires you to drop a raid banner before each run if you want to be optimal, whereas Breakneck gives you a free campaign rally flag. But the real question at the end of the day is, who gives a shit? Both methods are quick and fine, just do whichever one feels more easy or more intuitive to you. And if you want to really speed up the time it takes to power level a crafted weapon, I highly recommend you use this build, which has been my go-to for as long as I can remember. You can easily check out and copy my build on Mobalytics, the sponsor of today's video. They're a fantastic site and they have a ton of great D2 builds from your favorite content creators and more. Everything is laid out in an easy to understand way, and I have no doubt it'll become a staple in the list of go-to resources you usually use for D2. Link to my full build in the video description, and again, big thank you to Mobalytics. Okay, the build. It's a modified version of a tether hunter because yes, if a bunch of enemies are tethered together and you kill one of them with a weapon, you get crafted weapon progress on all of those kills. Exotic wise, we are rocking Orpheus Rig. Reason being, we want to get multiple tethers out during each run of either Shuro Chi or Breakneck, and Orpheus gives us a lot of tether energy back right away. We also got tier 10 intellect and tier 10 Resil. 10 intellect because again more tethers, and 10 Resil so we're harder to kill while power leveling our gun. Aspect wise, vanishing step and stylish is what I go for more fragments, and vanishing can also help you stay alive by going invis if the fight is getting too hot and you need a quick timeout. Fragment wise, it's very important that you don't run Echo of Expulsion. Do not put that on. You can almost run any fragment but that one. Any explosions that happen either intentionally or accidentally when tied to that fragment do not count to your weapon progress, so definitely avoid it. I like to go leeching for extra resil, echo of reprisal for, you guessed it, more tether energy, echo of dilation for more intellect, and obscurity for more recovery. Shadow shot deadfall, obviously, and moving on to armor mods. On your helmet, gonna want to go either special ammo finder or heavy ammo finder, depending on if you're power leveling a crafted special or heavy weapon. Dynamo is huge. In my weapon leveling footage, you might see me randomly dodging near enemies even though I'm at full health. That's to activate Dynamo and give me even more tether energy back right away. Finally, if you have room for it, some kind of siphon mod to generate more weapon orbs for whatever you're farming is great for more super energy overall. On your gauntlets, you want double or even triple loader mods for whatever type of weapon you're leveling. Most of the time you can just dodge reload anyway, but it does help. Chest armor, duh, all defensive mods. If you're doing Shuro Chi, I highly recommend 1 concussive dampener and double solar resist because the Hive Knights can get a little fiery. On your leg armor, you can go with scavenger, recuperation, and insulation. With your siphon orbs dropping left and right, recuperation should help you stay alive more easily. Finally, for the class armor, double utility kickstart, more dodge energy and therefore more dynamo activation and more hunter tether. TLDR, start the farm, go to where the enemies will spawn in, drop your tether right there, dodge to activate dynamo, and start racking up the weapon kills. Using any build other than my hunter one, IMO is just going to be 10 times longer and more painful, so just do it the quick way and get it over with. Thank you very much for watching and happy weapon leveling.